Here in Pippins postgame, as we wrap up a 9-1 win for the Pippins tonight over the Northwest Honkers, a non-league opponent, and their first of 4 non-league games this season. I'm alongside starting pitcher John Fuqua, who got the win tonight. 6 innings for you, only 1 hit allowed, 5 strikeouts. Second start of the season for you. The first one, you're pretty good as well. Gave the team a quality start, but kind of, at times a couple walks, that type of thing. Talk me through your start tonight. What was working? What you have going that maybe you didn't have as much in the first start?
Today it was just kind of, I was able to control the fastball a little bit more because, I wasn't nibbling at the zone. I was just, going straight at him. A lot of times kind of getting a little bit more of the plate. But, it worked out, and definitely, I was able to throw all of my breaking pitches in the zone for strikes, which really kept them off balance tonight, so they weren't able to just sit fastball.
Let me ask you this. And I've asked this to a couple guys in this team who've gotten starts. A guy like Josh Tedeschi, who came out of the bullpen exclusively at Utah, and now he comes here and starts. For you, 13 appearances, I believe, in your freshman year at Virginia Military Institute, VMI, and you were a bullpen guy, and I assume in high school you started, probably all levels before that you started. But talk about the transition now to coming back here and having a couple starts after being in the bullpen for so long this past year.
It really is kind of more of a mental change than a physical change, because coming out of the bullpen, you've only got a certain number of batters that you're going to face, a certain number of outs, and you really are just trying to attack them with whatever you've got. In a start, you've got to think about being conservative with your pitches and kind of not giving the same guys the same looks over and over and over. So it's a lot more strategical than just coming out of the pen and just blasting away.
Gotcha. And your first start had a little bit more significance considering I know you come from a military background. It was Military Appreciation Day at the park. You got the start. It was a good start for you as well. But talk me through what that meant to you and kind of how special that was for you to get the start on Military Appreciation Day here at Yakima County Stadium.
Yeah, it was actually a really big deal for me. I do have a long military history. Uncle that served in Vietnam, grandfather, great-grandfather, both generals in the Army, and, coming from, that military background and then going to a military college where I'm just immersed in that life and, especially, when they played taps at the end. Like, we use that to signify the end of our day, when everybody goes to sleep, but there are days where they'll announce the death of a soldier right before taps, and it's tear jerking, and so it really just kind of hits home. Like, it's not just like a thing. Like, I'm not in the military just yet, but it's still kind of tugs at the heartstrings a little bit for me.
I think last question for you. You're a Virginia kid, at least from my understanding. Born and raised. I think it was Chesapeake. Chesapeake. You're from. Go to school at VMI. How do you get out here to Yakima, and how are you liking it so far?
Interesting story. I'm kind of like a traveler at heart. I've been all over the place. I've been down the East Coast, been to Europe, and so when our coach came to us in the fall and asked, where do you want to go play for summer league? I said, just send me out somewhere, like out west a little bit. It could be, Midwest, it could be literally like Tennessee or something like that, or, West Coast. And so he said, hey, I've got a contact out there. And a couple weeks later, a contract for the Pippins showed up, and I was all for it. I was ready to go. And as for your second part of that question, I love it out here. The countryside's beautiful. I love to explore. Everybody's, just been great to us. I'm having a blast.
Well, the Pippins hoping to have a blast when they take their first road trip tomorrow night. They head to Wenatchee, first of a 3-game set at 6:05 on Sunday, and a couple 7:05 starts Monday and Tuesday as well before they come back here for a 3-game set with the Gresham Grey Wolves.